right? I'm reviewing Whitney Doherty's profile. The first thing that I noticed that's really stands out in a real positive way is her profile picture. It is unusual. It's just nice and clean, but it's unusual because it's in black and white. And that we rarely see that on LinkedIn. So it's very, very noticeable when I'm looking at things in general. I talk about in other profiles about her banner. About banners, I think this is a lost opportunity. Don't need to go into that in detail because there's a couple of interesting things that she does. Now, she refers to herself as the chief dot connector. I would not necessarily post that at the front because I don't know what that means, but it's clever enough that I would still keep it in the headline. Also, instead of using asterisks, I might actually use color dots because you do have that as an option to put in your thing. I'm also not a huge fan. Her headline has some really good bones to it, meaning there's a lot of good information here, but I would possibly clean this up. I'm not a fan, generally speaking, of help statements. So we want to talk about what you do and what you're offering without kind of getting into that helping statement. So now moving down to her experience, right? She does use featured. There's a way to use this so it's a little bit more standing out. She also does a good job with adding services, which is great. But when we go down to, there are a couple things I noticed. First of all, and I understand she's a freelancer, so, but generally speaking, you want to make sure that your favicon or favicon, depending on how you pronounce it, actually says something. And clearly, the business owners of Artique have not. And so they want to, that it would be good to get fixed. This one is obviously very good. I like her description. She does an excellent job here. Short paragraph of what they do, who their clients have been, and the type of projects they do. That part is really well done. I don't like just calling ourselves straight up a chief dot connector. I want a little bit more context. So, clever only works if it's kind of something that everybody understands. And so, what I might do instead is say, founder, because she refers to as we if she's a consultancy and she's got a team, even if it's not a full-time team. I might do something to that effect and then add chief dot connector towards the end. I'm also not a huge fan of calling ourselves self-employed because that kind of belies, it makes me feel like it's freelance work, as opposed to, I don't know if there's something for business owner. You can call yourself full-time, even though she might be doing both kind of full-time. It's a terrible, terrible thing, but that's really useful for the job seekers rather than anything else. She does also, and generally speaking, I would get rid of high schools unless there's really no reason that I can see to keep any kind of high school listing on our LinkedIn profiles. And she does an excellent job with her recommendations. Okay, a big thank you to Whitney for letting me review their profile. If you would like a quick review of your own profile, let me know in the comments and I'll tag you if and when I am able to do one. Thanks.